Alright, what is up my friends? Welcome to another Monday video here on CoolStuffInc.com. Getting over a little sinus infection, so apologize for the Batman voice if that comes out. We're playing some Modern. We're of course playing with the London Mulligan here on Magic Online. For those who saw my video last week, we went with the basic route last week. We just played our basic Tron deck, kind of trying to see how the London Mulligan affects things. And it's important to do that, where if there's a new factor being introduced, you keep things kind of basic, only change one thing, see how it goes. Change too many things at once, you don't really get a good, accurate portrayal of what's happening. But got a good feel for the London Mulligan, play with it for a while now. Now we're going off the deep end. And this is a deck that's been making the rounds on Magic Online, and it's pretty cool. We've actually played against this deck in our last video. We were very confused because their hands played out very weirdly, and excuse me, we lost game 1 and 3 to turn 3 Devoted Druid combo. And those are unfamiliar with the combo is basically Devoted Druid plus Vizier of Remedies, which says whenever a -1/-1 counter we put on a creature, don't, basically, if it's only one. And Devoted Druid gets to untap, so infinite green mana, and then you funnel that into a Duskwatch Recruiter, draw all the creatures in your deck, eventually find your Walking Ballista, and kill your opponent. Now, usually these decks are playing Noble Hierarch, Birds of Paradise, all sorts of mana ramp, but this version's a little bit different. We are playing 4 copies of Chalice the Void, a card that has been coming back in popularity in Modern. Fantastic against Izzet Phoenix, Death Shadow. A lot of decks in the format obviously are reliant on 1-mana spells, because 1-mana spells are just the best. They're great. And Chalice, of course, shuts that nonsense down. Also playing 4 copies of Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. And because we're skipping our 1-drops here, still gonna have to get our mana acceleration on. So we are using 4 copies of Simian Spirit Guide. And we're using 3 copies of Gemstone Caverns to try and get the jump here. So we can cast Chalice the Void on turn 1, occasionally a Thalia as well. And the cool thing is that both Gemstone Caverns and Simian Spirit Guide allow for a turn 1 Devoted Druid and a possible turn 2 kill, which is faster than every single deck in the format. So against the unfair decks like Tron or other combo decks trying to kill you, you can just turn to them. And then against the decks that want to interact with you, which are usually a harder matchup because they kill your Druid very easily, we have cards like Chalice the Void and Thalia to slow them down. It is a little awkward because we are still playing Company, one of the best cards in the deck, with our Thalias, but cards too good not to play. And of course, Chord of Calling is our combo enabler, finding whatever piece of the combo we don't already have for 5 mana with Convoke. We have 4 copies of Militia Bugler, holding everything together. Just great value creature that also can find any of our combo pieces. And of course, the usual mana base with our canopies and our fetch lands and so on and so forth. 2 Witness, 1 Ezuri Renegade Leader. For some reason, our opponent has some way to stop our Ballista, or it gets Thought Seized, or exiled, or something. We have Ezuri can also win the game with infinite mana on the spot, which is great. Sideboard's got a lot of tutor targets, as well as fair cards. Cards like Kor Firewalker, Selfless Spirit, Kataki War's Wage, all good things tutor for in their respective matchups. Postmortem Lunge is an excellent sideboard card against decks heavy on removal, because you can return Devoted Druid at instant speed. I'm sorry, not instant speed, but with haste, so you can win the game immediately. One of the downsides to the Devoted Druid combo is that you need a non-summoning sick Druid to win. So you have to basically untap with the Druid to be able to kill your opponent. Otherwise, your opponent has at least 1 turn cycle before you can kill them. Postmortem Lunge allows you to win the game on the spot. So that's pretty awesome. Obviously, the Druid needs to get to the actual graveyard, usually via Lightning Bolt or Thoughtseize. So very, very good against those fair decks trying to keep you down. Tireless Tracker, best card ever printed. Scavenging Ooze, a couple fair cards, play a fair game. Sin Collector against the spell-based decks. Assassin's Trophy against whatever ails you. And Knight of Autumn against, again, a lot of different things, artifacts, enchantments, and of course things like Burn. Deck seems super sweet. I'm pumped to play this deck. This is a very innovative take on a kind of classic archetype in Modern that's fallen by the wayside. Adding in a bunch of interesting prison elements to a combo kill. It's very rare you see a prison combo deck. There are definitely hybrid decks in Magic. You know, combo control, or aggro mid-range, or aggro combo, etc., etc. But combo prison is definitely a weird one. Alright, let's go here. First opening 7, pretty good. No Spirit Guide and no Gemstone Caverns. So we'll be playing on turn 2. We have our Devoted Druid, we have Chalice the Void, we have Thalia. A little bit of dyssynergy in our hand. Obviously Thalia can be a little awkward in our deck because it makes our company cost more. But just too good not to play, I think. Alright. Another Chalice. Alright, so Colonnade is a fair deck. Probably going to want to fire off Chalice on turn 2 here. Devoted Druid is tempting, because it might allow us to play Chalice and Thalia on turn 2. Alright, so they mulligan to 6, but they made the land drop, okay. Yeah, let's play Chalice on 1 here. We'll just fetch a duel. We can keep the Canopy out of play for the moment. They counter us, it's almost better for us, I feel like. We already have another Chalice, we have other things to do. So this turns off Path to Exile, which is kind of nice. One of their better ways to deal with Devoted Druid. They can still have Mana Leak, things like that. Well, that's the combo. So we are going to run out Devoted Druid and just see what happens. Make them answer it. They obviously can't path it. They could have countered it, didn't do that. So now they have Supreme Verdict, something like that. All right, they have Click. All right, so they're almost surely going to take our Vizier of Remedies, which is fine. Might draw us our 4th land. Which I don't actually need the 4th land yet, but something like Jace next turn would be pretty tough to bounce the Druid. Because we don't really have a good answer for that at the moment. But again, this is the thing where with this deck we have to play a Druid and say go, which is frustrating, but took Vizier, we drew Spirit Guide, which is interesting. Alright, no Jace, please. Alright, so we gotta play Thalia first. I mean, if we're playing around Mana Leak, doesn't work anyway. Honestly, nothing works here. they're just dead. I don't think there's a card they can have that makes sense. Counterspell, not in Modern yet. Modern Horizons is not here. They're gonna be mad. There's gonna be a lot of clicking, isn't it? Because I can't mess it up, right? There's no... I can hold... what's my mana tap button? Q? Yeah, there it is. There we go. Now we're flying. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at the speed. Look at the efficiency. All right. Let me cast Thalia first, just in case they have something going on. Play Company, play Witness, play Company. We're not actually there yet, but we're pretty close. Okay. we're not there yet. That's actually pretty bad. We hit 2 monkeys. Okay, let's take the monkeys. Actually, I'm sorry. We have the witness. Take ballista, witness back ballista, call it a day. If they have main deck surgical, it's pretty bad, but it seems someone they can't surgical. They always have Chalice in play. Alright, so you can have it all. Yes, please. They're gonna make us do it. Come on, they said hi in chat. They were all friendly and stuff. Thankfully, there's a button on Magic Online that when you hold it, it just taps your mana source for the first available mana. I have it set to Q. I don't know what it usually is, but it makes this obviously much faster, which is good. See, it's down here. It's hold to auto mana. That's the one. So, all right. So pretty lucky there. We just drew the card they thought seized, which is cool, I guess. We're gonna board in some more fair elements here. Try and fight them a little more on a fair axis. They definitely want Tireless Tracker and Sin Collector. Unfortunately, Postmortem Lunge isn't great here because they're playing Path to Exile and Terminus probably as their main removal spells, so that's not really going to work. I think I'm pretty happy cutting the Spirit Guides. I'm not really looking for the fast burst of mana. We need more action. Make them deal with our trackers and stuff while we set up our combo. I'll just beat them with the trackers, honestly. Selfless Spirit. I mean, if they're relying on Terminus, it's not even good. Scavenging Ooze is okay. Bugler's great. I would say Ezuri is probably unnecessary. Duskwatch is actually very good by itself. Still on Chalice. I don't mind an Ooze. I guess the Selfless Spirit's worth it. These blue-white decks don't typically play a ton of Snapcasters anyway, so we'll leave the Scavenging Ooze out of it. And we're on the draw, so our Gemstone Caverns are on, which is pretty cool. Chrome Mox, legal again. Alright, so we have turn 1 Devoted Druid. We are going to keep. What are we going to exile to our caverns? All of our cards are really good. It's probably just Witness, honestly. Although Witness can get back Devoted Druid. Dumping a Company is just so rough. And then Tracker's great too. It's probably just Witness. Like, Witness is good, but all of these cards are just better. So. Alright. Turn 1 Devoted Druid. You saw it here first, folks. The good news is that their removal spell is usually Path to Exile, and if they path us, that's great. So you have all these card advantage cards in our hand, so you're more than happy with that. Yep. Alright, so we can sound the Horn of Gondor. Don't want to play Tracker until we have a land to play. We also just say go and cast Company on return. Their opt went onto the top, so a counterspell is certainly possible. I think I like saying go and casting Company. Worst case scenario, they like path my Devoted Druid in response to the untap, and I can't cast my Company. But then I have an extra land from Path anyway, so. Alright, so answer this. Answered. Untap. Land. That's a good one. Okay. Now I think we resolve Tracker and get 2 clues. They could have Path to Exile. So I think I want to say go. Because if I crack fetch and they Path, that was also a thinking pause, so we're just going to say go. Tracker's so good. Best card ever printed. Path targeting Tracker. Perfect. So, excellent exchange for us. A clean 3-for-1. We get clue, land. I'm sorry, it's a 4-for-1. Right? We get clue, land, and we get rid of their Path to Exile. No, that's only 3. Still good, though. Bad at basic math. We don't need a plains. Right? No. This thing taps for any color, too, so. Main phase Vendilion Click. Sure. Our hand's pretty gassy, so I'm not super worried about it. Might take company, sure. Drawing a land's obviously not ideal, but we got the Horn of Gondor. We have cards in play. This extra mana isn't that bad. Canopy. Well, cracking Canopy is worse than cracking a clue. So let's just sound the Horn of Gondor. See if we can find us ourselves a Vizier. No. A Selfless Spirit. That is kind of medium. Not that bad. Spirit Ahoy. They have 2 cards in hand. Building more of a board like this is good because if they want to resolve a Planeswalker, we can at least pressure it a little bit, which is nice. I imagine they had a Jace they would have cast it last turn, but they could have a Teferi or something. Field of Ruin. Sure. I only have 1 basic left. It's a little annoying, but pretty sure I'm pretty cool with this. That's a pretty good one. We just have a lot of mana. Draws a lot of cards. Not sure if I want to cast it yet, though, honestly. Getting a card like this, Cryptic Command, it's pretty bad. We have a lot of mana to work with and a lot of potential cards. I'm going to start by cracking a clue. It's pretty good. I think I'm pretty content to cast that on 1 and see what happens. And go from there. Path my Bugler. It will no longer be sounding the horn. Alright, they have 1 card left. So the fear, of course, is that it is a Cryptic Command. And I do not want to walk my Recruiter to Cryptic Command. I am going to attack for 2, play another Druid. I'm playing a Druid, maybe I should crack my clue. Actually, no, I'm going to crack my clue. Let's attack. Just play land. I'm just going to say go. We have no 1-drops in our deck, so I'll just say go. You're going to have a lot of mana available. Alright, so they're unfortunately going to Stone Rain us, which sucks. Because we don't have any more basics left. So we drew 2 of them, which kind of stinks, but the Chalice, sure. They only have 1 card left, though. And Chalice on 1 is in play, so Path is off the table, which is important. This doesn't turn their whole deck off, but turning off Pact Exile is a pretty big game. That's pretty good. So the problem here is that even if we get Vizier, we don't actually have any sort of combo yet because we don't have anything. We have infinite mana and nowhere to put it. It's got to go into the Recruiter. So if they have a way to answer Chord or Recruiter, then you've got nothing basically. It is funny that we could cast Chalice of the Void on 4 if we're really scared of oh no, we're 1 short, sorry. We're really scared of Cryptic Command. Like, we have the kill right now, but the question is, are we playing around stuff? And Cryptic is a very reasonable card for them to have. They're attacking us, so they're trying to pressure a little bit. Means they probably have some sort of backup. And they've had this 1 card forever. I'm going to start by drawing a card. I'll have more information. Okay. We could just go for a Tireless Tracker. I kind of like that. I think we just say go and get a Tireless Tracker on the end step and not play Misty Rainforest. And if they counter it, we have Recruiter and a bunch of mana. So okay. That's game. Or game isn't that has game, not is game. Field of Ruin. Alright. Alright, so we're going to Chord in response to the Chord for 3. They can't Cryptic. Again, if we get Vizier, we could theoretically just Chalice on 4, so they can't cast Cryptic, then Recruiter. That's interesting. So I could have done that last turn, actually. Yeah, that would have been better. That's an interesting way of doing things that I didn't consider. Yeah, that's actually really cool. They can't path me. Yeah, I actually like that a lot. Alright. These decks are hard because you need to go back and forth between... My Cryptic bounce my Druid here. You need to go back and forth between trying to play an efficient fair game and also trying to combo when possible, which makes things difficult. Alright, so they have Cryptic, I'm correct. They're going to bounce my Devoted Druid and stop me from going off, which is fine, honestly. No. Okay. Interesting. Oh. Alright. They don't have Cryptic. Don't have much of anything, it would seem. Alright, well. No, I just cast Duskwatch Recruiter and kill you. There's no pomp and circumstance, although we had some dancing to do. No dancing required. Just kill your opponent. Okay. So, very interesting game 2 there. These decks, again, are always very interesting because you are trying to half play a fair game, make them deal with that, and then turn the corner and combo sometimes. And the when is pretty tough. Alright, we are back. We have a pretty reasonable hand. Turn 2 Thalia on the draw. I mean, we're going to keep. Not sure exactly how aggressively I want to mulligan with this deck, but Thalia's pretty good. Obviously, we have our Thalia Company Nambo, but if they're a unfair deck, Thalia's good. If they're a fair deck, Recruiter's good. Devoted Druid's also good. Even will just draw really good. Whoa. Hello. Blue eye control again. Alright. Pretty happy to play Devoted Druid here. Make him deal with it. They path it, it's interesting because we can sacrifice it to get it back with Witness, but we lose out on the land. And the land's actually pretty good here, so. Field of Ruin. Chalice. Okay. A lot of interesting stuff happening here. I'm going to start on Chalice for 1 and then play a Thalia. I could just play a Lance Go and try and company on their turn. But getting Chalice down ASAP to turn off Path is really good. Their mana's pretty awkward right now, so they probably can't do a ton. And if they counter Chalice or Thalia, that's good too. So, yeah, I kind of like this. Sure. I mean, now I can actually cast Duskwatch Recruiter if I want to. I don't know if I do, though. I mean, they can't Wrath yet. I think I do. Thalia turns Verdict off. A lot of these decks are also playing Settle now. Settle the Wreckage, which is very good against Phoenix and Wormcoil Engine and Dredge and stuff. So, yeah, that is a 2-mana relic that gets countered. It's an interesting choice. I guess I wanted to keep my Recruiter from flipping. Well, when you draw this good, life is pretty easy. We've drawn well so far. Cool. This deck might be really good. This deck might be a breakout deck at the Mythic Championship next weekend. Alright, I mean, same sideboarding. I'll, of course, be doing my Mythic Championship prediction article this week on CoolStuffInc.com. Like I do before every Pro Tour / Mythic Championship. Should be a lot of fun. I do my 5 predictions for the tournament. Okay. We can ship this one. Get our first London mulligan going here. Let's try it again. Okay. Yeah. Mulligan again. I mean, fortunately, Gemstone Caverns is not really where you want to be on 4 cards. But we're going to keep. We're going to bottom Vizier Bugler. And we're going to opening hand and exile the Gemstone Caverns. I mean, oh, I misclicked. No. Oh, I can't go back, can I? Ah, crap. I thought I was clicking the card for Gemstone Caverns. That's so bad. Well, we're going to need to get pretty lucky to win this game anyway, but I may have just screwed it up. So, I guess there's worse times to screw things up, but you've already mulliganed to 4. Yeah. So obviously I wanted to exile one of the caverns to the other cavern. So I was trying to click the cavern to exile it to the cavern. But then I accidentally did that. So we're going to concede this game out of shame, unfortunately. We were probably in really bad shape anyways. Even we need to draw land. We need to draw a payoff card for our combo. And we needed our opponent to do absolutely nothing. And they kept 7 cards and knew exactly what we were doing. So we probably would have lost that game anyway. We just saved some time by misclicking our Gemstone Caverns. Let's run that back. I hope my intention was clear. I was trying to exile the caverns to the caverns. Yeah, Gemstone Caverns is rough when you mulligan to 4. Alright, let's keep. Mulligan. Alright, this hand plays pretty well. It's basically everything we want. What card are we going to ship to the bottom? I want the Chalice, I want Vizier, I want Druid. I think Tracker's better than Bugler, so I'm going to dump the Bugler. We'll play Plains first. Doesn't cast much, but I want to hold my fetch land for Tracker if I can. So if I draw running lands here, I can do that instead. Scribook. So definitely getting a duel here because you want to not fetch basics if possible. Because you want to keep them off of the ability to keep pathing you and get all your basics out. Tracker or Chalice here. I'm sorry, Druid or Chalice here. I think it's just Chalice. Turns off Path to Exile. Most importantly, also turns off random ops and stuff. Halmar Depths. We might get Terminus next turn, but it's fairly unlikely. It's pretty good. We could just like Bugler. This is definitely a spot where you'd watch your opponent put these cards back and try and get a read on them. We can't do that online, obviously. So basically, I'm just gonna play the Druid. If they have a Terminus, their top 3 cards, sure. When we have possible combo next turn, so. Alright. They're fielding our Canopy and leaving themselves naked. Sure. That is very good for us. We've drawn very well this league. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually pretty sick. But I mean, easy peasy lemon squeezy. There's a lot of power to putting 2.5 card combos in your deck. And the London Mulligan does help you find it. And if the London Mulligan has the effect I think it has, which will be that it is very good for linear decks, pretty poor for non-linear decks, a deck like Is It Phoenix, which is very redundant and doesn't mulligan very often, takes a very little advantage of it, while decks like Tron or this deck or other linear decks like Dredge make very good use of a London Mulligan. So things get a little more broken. A deck like this is very good because it's good against interaction. Sorry, it's not good against interaction. But even in both those games, our opponents were interacting and we still won. So Chalice seems great too. His deck seems really good. I would not be surprised if his deck top 8 the Mythic Championship. This is the hand. We have drawn our first Spirit Guide. We're going to keep. We have turn 1 Thalia, which is pretty good. Definitely love the Buglers in this deck. I'm a huge Militia Bugler fan. Wow. Alright. About them algorithms though. Whoa. Alright, we are going to Chalice on 1. On turn 1, I think. Yeah, we'll just Chalice. Chalice on turn 1 on 1 is not as backbreaking against a deck like Blue-White. because they don't have a huge density of 1 mana cards, but their 1 mana cards are very important. So, awkward. Alright, we'll play the Caverns. We'll keep the fetch land for now. Deck like blue-white, you know, they don't play that many 1-drops, but the ones they do are very important. And they want to play a longer game. So a longer game means that they're going to draw a higher number of cards and therefore more cards that cost 1, even without having that many in their deck. That's super awkward, obviously, but... Alright, pretty sure we sound the Horn of Gondor here. So I'll fetch a duel. It's a solid body, you know? And then semi-tutors of our stuff, or whiffs. Or whiffs completely. That's not going to happen very often. Alright. Well, that stinks, but it's okay. Combination of Chalice and Thalia, pretty potent. Okay, so now we're at an impasse. Do we want to cast Duskwatch Recruiter or no? Opponent has done essentially nothing. They can't Cryptic Command. They can Supreme Verdict next turn. I don't think we're going to. I'd like to wait until a point where I can cast it and activate it in the same turn. Tracker's in the sideboard, not in the main deck. We can just end step fetch. You know, black lands all either, so just a little thinning. It's fine. I mean, I suppose if our opponent never casts a spell, that's good for us. I'm just casting the Recruiter now. We get at least 1 activation out of it. Seems like it'd be hard for them to counter it. So, and then they go land verdict. I still get to activate it, and I back up Thalia. So, and they don't do anything. I just have, yeah. I mean, all right. That's, I mean, Chalice the Void, Thalia. Sorry, friend. Hope you weren't planning on playing spells this game. Lol. All right, I'm just bored the same way. Working so far. Wouldn't mind a land in the sideboard of some kind. Honestly, wouldn't mind if there was a Gavany Township in the sideboard. So when you are boarding out your Spirit Guides in fair matchups, you can board in 1 extra land. And if you're boarding out, you can board out Gemstone Caverns on the draw. I'm sorry, on the play. Because obviously they're pretty worthless, and the third one's kind of a liability. Wouldn't mind a township in the board. Okay. Another great hand. Thalia, 2 lands, Druid, Bugler. Nice card advantage, nice Thalia. Just plains. Again, I want to sandbag our fetch lands for Tracker if possible. So my next 2 draw steps are Razorverge Thicket. You know, I can play them. They topped their island. I think I like leading on Druid on turn 2. Path's the only way to kill it early. And yeah. It's nice potential for next turn, scares him a little bit. People keep pausing on my fetch lands. I don't like it. It scares me to think I'm gonna get like Shadow of Doubted or something. I should have gotten the Overgrown Tomb. I don't need white, and I have 2 Sin Collectors in my deck. So now if I draw a land, I can go Thalia Spirit, which is kind of cool. I guess I can do it anyway with the Druid. Topped again. Why are our opponents... Okay. Oh, they're going to field me again. I was going to say, our opponents are so hellbent on field everyoneing us. Alright, so no white mana. And they are clicking us. Probably going to leave these cards in hand. This is a risk of us drawing Vizier if they they pick a card. Alright, I kind of don't hate just slamming Bugler here. Because if we hit a Vizier, we win. So, let's do it. It's actually fetch. Do I know my bottom cards? I don't think so. Fetch, they have an extra white source. Alright. Vizier of Remedies and our top 4 cards. The game is over. Nope. Alright, and I think we just Thalia now. Still a pretty good turn. A lot of gas in our hand. They have no white. They've played a creature, so a Wrath effect is like not amazing. And this is all pretty good for us. They can field us to get white, but Thalia means they can't path. Survey says. That's a lot of card advantage. Alright. Sure. I think I just like Recruiter plus Spirit. We could Witness back to Bugler, but then we can't do anything else. I want to just keep putting power in play, and they're kind of mana screwed, so I like the idea of that. It seems fairly difficult for them to Wrath us this turn. If they Field of Ruin and then just naturally draw Terminus, what are you going to do? You know? Can't play around everything. And even then we have a bunch of gas in our hands, so... Right, there goes our black source. So Recruiter will flip, which is actually pretty cool, because now I can cast Witness for 2 and Bugler for 2. So I'll just attack and see what happens. With Selfless Spirit, I'm not scared of Supreme Verdict, and then with all of these cards being card advantage anyway, like this Witness is going to get me 3 cards essentially. The Witness is a Witness and a Bugler, and whatever the Bugler gets. And there's Vizier. So we are threatening lethal with damage and combo as well. Alright, so they can Snapcaster Opt. They can't Terminus off of it though, so it's not setting anything up. So they have to basically blind flip Terminus next turn, or the game is probably over. Alright, this flips back, which is cool. I must say, Terminus is one of my least favorite Maverick Magic cards of all time, but that's okay. We still have tons of gas in our hand. That's wild. So they spend 2 mana, they Terminus. We get to sort of rebuild. It's tough. It's a tough one. Let's guess 2 Druids, honestly. Difficulty with Terminus is you just can't play around it. Like, you just can't play around a blind Terminus. When they have it, it's just so devastating. It just feels bad to have a card you feel like you can't play around, you know? But we won, so cool. The fact that we just beat a Terminus is pretty good. A Terminus at a very opportune time. So 3 blue-white control decks in a row, and they were not able to get us. The lack of spot removal is pretty huge. Not gonna lie, for playing blue-white control 3 matches in a row, we're only at 45 minutes in at this point. It's pretty sweet. On the draw, we have Double Spirit Guide, Gemstone, Overgrown Tomb, Vizier, Chord of Calling. Very bizarre hand, but I think we're going to keep. I mean, pitch Spirit Guide to a Gemstone Caverns, so we're basically on the play at that point. It's not great, but it's essentially the combo. Chording for a Devoted Druid isn't great, but we can keep. Wow. No Hollow Fountain? Inconceivable. I don't believe it. It's just impossible. Alright. I'm fine just playing Vizier here. Probably gets bolted, but we have Witness and stuff, so. Now we have Recruiter for a mana sink, so we don't need Witness for Chord. Where are those Chalices now, you know? Opt went to the bottom. Bugler, huh? That's fine. It's not great, but we can Spirit Guide out a Horn of Gondor here. Feels bad, man. Getting your Simian Spirit Guided play remanded does not feel good. Maybe this is like a Blue Moon deck. Not many decks play remand. Brutal. Alright, play Recruiter. Need to keep playing things. Okay. We getting Splinter Twinned? Are we getting Splinter Twinned? Don't twin me. Alright, well, we can't actually interact with a Kiki-Jiki, so hopefully we just don't die. I mean, now we can Chord for a Devoted Druid, but yeah, we'll just say go, we'll Chord for Druid and hope we don't die. Mismatch ops. I would sing a song asking my opponent to not kill me, but my throat just don't got it in me. I'm sorry, everyone. I did a fun stream earlier this week when I actually had no voice as Batman. It was pretty fun. I wore my my stepson's Batman mask, and I would say I used the Batman voice, but actually I was just talking normally. Remand. Remand's so brutal against us. Remand's actually pretty good against us, surprisingly. Thalia. Alright. Well, I mean, we cast Thalia for 1, we can't cast Chord for 2. It's funny. And I don't think Thalia really does much. Alright, just say go here. Lightning Bolt my Vizier of Remedies. And it feels really bad because if they have a Kiki-Jiki, they're going to kill us. At least by not Chording here, we're keeping up appearances. I'm sorry, this resolve. You know, make them think that we don't have an answer. They're kiki jiki if they have it, but they seem to have it. We seem to be dead. So we have a dispel too. We did. Kind of an awkward hand. Definitely, you know, we're not playing Noble Hierarchs and stuff, so we have an ability or a propensity to get a little glutted at times. But all right, so we don't answer the Splinter Twin combo too well. We also don't want to get remanded. Again, this is a spot where I want to have the extra land on the board. I guess we want Assassin's Trophy. They have Field of Ruin too, so turning us off a black is pretty easy. They probably have Snaps, but I don't know if I want the Oozes. I don't want Ezuri. Chalice seems good, but not game-ending. Given that they're like pretty fast, you know, these lunges. Normally I wouldn't want Spirit Guide in a fair matchup, but they can just kill us. I guess the Geeky kill is pretty slow at least. Alright, let's cut these. Let's bring in like this. Cut like a Bugler. I don't actually even want this. I don't hate Selfless Spirit either, because I could have Anger of the Gods. Let's try this. Like having 3 Gemstone Caverns on the play and only 22 lands feels rough. Definitely wish I had a land to swap out. I don't think I want Tireless Tracker. I can't afford for the game to go that long. Let's try this. Kiki Jiki Splinter Twin. Everyone always complains that Twin got banned, but it's actually been legal this whole time. Alright, we're going to keep. Kind of an interesting spot, because we could play Druid on 2 or Thalia on 2. It's probably just Thalia, even though Druid is like setting up for a kill. But the thing is, if they bolt the Druid, it's kind of a disaster for us. Scry went bottom top. Oh, never mind. Let's cast Druid. I suppose we need to be like slightly cognizant of Blood Moon. Yeah, just get Forest. So, do you have Lightning Bolt? Yes, you do. Okay. Gemstone Caverns, right on time. Now, I could ask the same question we don't have anywhere to actually go with the Devoted Druid, though. I think I want to just cast Thalia. Thalia slows things down a lot. Also turns off a possible Blood Moon. And we'll definitely not attack into their Deceiver Exarch. Awkward. Alright. Where that Postmortem Lunge at, you know? Not that we have much to do with it anyway, but... Alright, so no island. I'm a little less off Blood Moon now. Oh boy, what is this? That's gross. I can't. That's funny. I wanted to kill it response, but I can't because of the Vizier in play. So I had infinite mana when they do it, and then I draw the witness. Oh, that's so brutal. That's so brutal. Alright. That is supremely awkward. So I guess what does it do anyway? Never mind. I mean, I could witness back a land and play Thalia. That at least makes a somewhat proactive play. This is hard. Just like Lightning Bolt, Anger of the Gods, Remand deck that also has a combo kill. Seems tough for us. This is where our chalices are supposed to be good, but I mean, I'm not drawing any chalices. I kind of want to just go witness Thalia. Like, getting back Devoted Druid just seems like a pipe dream at this point. It's like sort of like drawing a card, too, because I get to just create my canopy next turn. I'll keep an eye on Blood Moon just in case. Like, the 1/4 Exarch is also just like, we just like can't even attack. Chord of Calling. What do we even Chord of Calling for? I mean, like Sin Collector. I mean, Bugler isn't bad, honestly. I don't hate Bugler. Let's just say go. Snapcaster Mage, Lightning Bolt. Wish to kill my Thalia. Not really worth defending my Thalia with this Chord of Calling. Probably is worth just resolving the Chord of Calling now. I guess I don't need. Hold on. That's 1 minus 1 plus 1. Yeah. I don't have any 4-drops. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Alright. What do we get? Witness is cute, but doesn't do much. I feel like it's Sin Collector or just get Bugler. It's probably just Bugler, because Bugler can at least attack into his board. But they have a 1/4, like, attacking into his board is impossible. I don't think we just sound the Horn of Gondor. If you play Recruiter, it just dies. The Recruiter would be very good right now. Just get Bugler. It's pretty gas. Recruiter, Witness, Sin Collector, all really good cards. Man, these are all really good. I guess it's Witness. Just get back to Chord. Just keep doing it. Recruiter's more proactive for sure. Sin Collector doesn't stop their combo, which is annoying. I'm gonna get the Recruiter. I think Witness is too slow in the body, which doesn't really matter. Alright, that's not great. They find a bolt here, we're probably in pretty big trouble. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely the matchup where we want Chalice of the Void. This is the kind of matchup where this deck struggles really hard because you can't keep our important creatures in play. So just playing a bunch of bolts and snaps and stuff. And we definitely want Chalice for things like this. I mean, Thalia is not bad. Alright, let's attack Jace. If they have a bolt, things are pretty ugly. We are not playing Arena, we're playing Magic Online. Yeah, this game's been pretty gross. Yeah, probably just need our Chalices to win a matchup like this. Just too effective at killing our creatures. They are fate sealing us? That seems absurd. Their hand must be actually perfect, because I can't fathom fate sealing when I have a Duskwatch Recruiter in play. That's pretty wild. Alright. Also think they have no way to defend their Jace, which just seems crazy to me. Yeah, like... First rule of Jace is, you never fate seal. You just brainstorm. Every time. Always brainstorm. So we're probably just dead. They probably have the combo in their hand. I mean, can't do much about it. Let's cast Thalia, cast Druid, say go. Could leave up for company, but I mean they can bounce Druid in this scenario. Remand the Druid, sure. Attacking into Deceiver Exarch is impossible. It is so funny how effective their combo is against us, because the 1/4 is just so good. I think we just have to say go. I guess we could just cast Selfless Spirit, Devoted Druid. Hope they don't kill us. Playing Company plays into a counterspell. This at least gives infinite mana next turn, possibly. Alright, yeah, I'll just do that. Maybe I should cast Spirit first. Remand. It is actually pretty amusing how good Remand is against us, too. Normally that card wouldn't be that great against us. Or, I'm sorry, normally that card wouldn't be very good against decks like this, because they're playing Nobles and Birds and stuff. But we're just not, because we're playing the no 1-drop Chalice version. So, Remanding is actually pretty good against us. Alright, so they want to Anger. It's actually kind of fine. Maybe I can resolve a company now. Could have bounced their Snap before they did that. Fate Seal again. Never Fate Seal. Just never do it. Alright. Yeah, Resolving Company just feels nice. I could just cast like 2 things, but Resolving Company has the biggest upside, especially against removal spells. hit like a Sin Collector or something too. Yeah, Resolve Company. Eyes. Druid's pretty good, honestly. We go Sin Collector, Devoted Druid. Problem is we have no payoff for infinite mana at the moment. I think we just keep grinding. Just Bugler, Sin Collector. 2 cards that are bad to bounce. Gain instant value. I did that backwards. Wait, nope. This is on, because I want to see their hand before I choose. Alright, their hand is Cryptic Command, Remand, Jace, Kiki, Jiki, Mirror Breaker. So no 1/4. It's good to know about. We'll take this Cryptic Command. And Bugler misses again? Impossible. That's that Postmortem Lunge you're looking for. That stinks. Postmortem Lunge would win the game. Not wouldn't, but it'd be really good. Man, alright. Now we're brainstorming. That's bad. So now their cards in hand are obviously not super accurate. Alright, I mean, we're just going to cast 2 spells. We'll attack Jace. So they have a Exarch, we're dead anyway, so. This is like kind of a nightmare. Okay. Sure. I mean, they're just going so deep. I can't imagine they don't find an Exarch in the next turn or two. They just have brainstorms and fetch lands and cantrips and stuff. It seems pretty tough. They can probably just play Kiki and copy the Snapcaster Mage, and we just can't ever win anymore. Yeah. All right, nice twin combo. We can't beat Kiki plus Snapcaster Mage, and we have no removal in our decks. We're just gonna see good. All right, that seemed pretty tough. It's funny because I think if they were playing a more traditional blue-red deck, it wouldn't have been as bad. But the threat of the 1/4 was huge, and the threat of a combo kill was huge. So that's a large reason why the Chalice of the Voids are in the deck and the Thalias are in the deck, because of matchups like that. Opponent keeps 7, and we're going to ship. Okay. Don't think we can pass up a turn 1 Chalice on 6 cards. We need to draw some lands, but I'm going to keep. We're going to ditch one of these Witnesses, which currently have nothing to do. It's kind of a loose keep, but we're on the draw. Gotta have a little faith, you know? Oh boy, not that kind of faith. Faith no more. Again, I would sing, but my throat. Bedlam Reveler, Lingering Souls. I don't know if now is the best time to be playing Mardu Pyromancer when Tron is one of the more popular decks in the format, but love that Modern. Do whatever you want. Doesn't even matter. Look at us. We're playing freaking Devoted Druid, Chalice the Void. Our last opponent was playing Splinter Twin. It's Modern. You just do whatever you want. It's awesome. Alright, so Pyromancer's tough because it makes their 1 mana spells still do something. But another hard matchup here. Just a Thoughtseize removal deck. Chalice should be good though. So we also drew running lands, which is great for us. So we are very lucky. We have all of our good grindy cards. This should be okay. Maybe still Bugle here. Playing Druid, we just have to draw a Vizier that turn. Doesn't matter. All right. We're gonna Vizier here. Second Druid is irrelevant. Duskwatch is cool, but I'm not flush with mana yet. I just hope they have Thoughtseize, Lightning Bolt, Fatal Push in their hand, and they can't deal with my my Devoted Druid. Bugler also attacks and blocks nicely too, so buys us some good time. All right. Serve. Attack you with the Horn of Gondor. All right, this is fine, I guess. I mean, we're locking their spells out. This is a trade. It's not an amazing trade, but it's fine. The old Buglesters doing their job. Don't think this deck plays Liliana the Veil, so... So, we're seeing, if we had a Chalice in the previous games, this probably would have happened. We've now turned off 3 of their spells, and we are doing pretty well. And that's the game. So, Chalice, MVP, Thoughtseize, Bolt, and Inquisition, turn them all off. Just gotta get 20 mana, for our Walking Ballista. I suppose only. Don't need 20, I suppose, but I need 40. I need 30 something. Math and all. 32. I suppose I should just cast Ballista for 1. Just like let them know I have it. My StarCraft APM is coming in serious handy here. So, Chalice the Void. What a kill for that Chalice the Void against the other deck. So 5 fair decks in a row, too. That's an atypical league. That's definitely very bad for us, and we're 3-1, so I guess blue-white isn't that bad for us, but these spot removal decks are bad for us. Lunge is coming in. Tracker's coming in. Selfless Spirit's okay. Scavenging Ooze is pretty good in this matchup, but I don't know if that's an axis I want to fight on. Sin Collector is okay. A lot of our cards are good here. Spirit Guide's out. Ezuri's out. Kind of want everything else, honestly. I just don't want Sin Collector. Yeah, their hand's pretty empty usually. But I want Scavenging Ooze. It's just Bedlam Reveler, Lingering Souls, Feetless Looting. And Souls and Looting aren't that bad anyway. Maybe I want 1. Problem is, what do I cut? Everything here seems pretty good. Don't want to cut a combo piece. Don't want to cut my card advantage. Can't cut Ballista. Don't want to cut Chalice. Maybe Ooze is better than Selfless Spirit. Spirit only stops Anger of the Gods. Yeah, sure, let's try that. Mulligan. Okay, I'm going to keep this. I'm going to ditch one of these Duskwatch Recruiters. Obviously, they can just Thoughtseize our Chalice, but we have Thalia too, so. It does stink to mulligan against the discard spell deck, but we're on the draw, which is fine. I think the discard spells get better with London Mulligan too. If decks are more incentivized to want to mulligan down looking for certain cards, well, taking those certain cards from your opponent's hand is pretty good. Interesting. Do need to be aware of Blood Moon. Both mulligan to 6, so Okay. I think I'm fetching basic. It's also interesting. Definitely playing Chalice on 1, so she's are bigger, you know. So small. So probably don't have too many answers to Chalice. Could have raid, explosives. Where? Alright, so that means they'd probably. I don't know why they main phase that. It's kind of weird. I feel like they have a bolt. That is my tingle. That's why they were so apt to want to kill that on my turn, so they can bolt on their turns. They can bolt on my turn. I'm just a Bugler. Bugler's body is very relevant too on this board, so if they want to bolt the Bugler, it's fine by me. Push bolt, same thing. Oh, they only have 2 cards left. They have an attacking force though. There's a lot of Devoted Druids. No call against command, please. I guess it doesn't even matter that much. It's the same as a shock. We have extraneous cards to discard anyway, so. Yeah. They have 5 power in play. So we're on a pretty short clock. Target player, and any target, sure. Oh man, brutal. More stuff. I think we're dead. Yeah, the answer to Chalice is pretty brutal. Tough game. I guess they have Cole against command too, actually, to answer Chalice, so that just seems pretty hard. Not gonna lie. We're back. So they have probably like 1 or 2 wear tears, and then probably like 3 Cole against commands to answer our Chalices. And then they have all the discard spells also, and their removal spells for our Devoted Druids, and just in general, and then a Pyromancer we can't kill. So all of that is a lot to slog through. We have the nuts. They could just Thoughtseize us, but Razorverge Thicket. And discard spell. Definitely a weird league. 5 fair decks in a row is something else in a format as unfair and linear as Modern is. It's kind of weird, honestly. I think that our deck is not great against decks with lots of spot removal in it. Give me a deck like Tron or Affinity or Infect or, any of these linear decks not playing always removal spells. I think we're in a lot better shape. Like, yeah, these starts are just brutal. It's discard spell, kill spell, discard spell. Makes it very hard to assemble our combo. I think Vizier is interesting. That's a really good draw. Probably the best possible draw. Don't have a 3rd discard spell. Sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I mean, this is the full combo. So, like, if we untap and chord, we win. I guess not exactly, but... they could have stuff. Like I said, they know we have chord. All right. Wow. I mean, they know that we can kill them. We don't know that. You know, those 4 blank cards in their hand that I don't know about are going to give me pause and make me not just go for it. So I would have kept playing that game, even if my hand was 4 lands, but they decided that they were dead, and I'll take it. So honestly, going 4-1 in a league where we played against 5 fair decks in a row is pretty sweet. Chalice was very, very good. Thalia was good. Bugler was good. The combo is as fragile as it ever was, but easier to assemble and easier to defend with Chalice. This deck's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. I think I would definitely want a land in the sideboard, probably a Gavany Township, for when we are on the play. We can shave at Caverns, and then when we are playing against decks fair decks, we board out Spirit Guide. We can bring in the extra land for extra mana source. Otherwise, main deck seems super tight. I don't know if Ezuri is necessary, but main deck's super tight. I like it a lot. Canopy's great. Sideboard seems good. Postmortem Lunge is good. I like it. I would not be surprised to see this deck in top 8 of the Mythic Championship this weekend. So, that's going to do it. I'm going to go drink some tea or something. Thank you for watching, of course, here on CoolStuffInc.com. As you are watching this now, I am actually on a cruise ship, which is awesome. Nicole and I are going on a 10-day vacation. Long overdue, much needed vacation. And we're very, very happy to be on it. So, but all my content on here on the Cool Stuff is not going to be interrupted. So, usual video Monday, article Friday. All of my personal YouTube videos are still going. Just no streams, of course. So, check out my stuff on Cool Stuff, video Monday, article Friday. Use my promo code JIM5 for 5% off your next order on CoolStuffInc.com. And I'll see you fine folks next time here on Monday video, CoolStuffInc.com. Have a good one, everyone.